pronounce your first name?
Shonquial.
Okay. And just off the bat, I mean, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah. I just want to say, in this case, I'm very innocent in this case. I don't, honestly, I don't know what's really going on with this case. They pinning this on me, and I feel like I had nothing to do with this. I wasn't aware of none of this. I didn't know none of this was going to go down. Like I said, I ain't know nothing about none of this. All I wanted to do is just, just have a good time and relax. I didn't know none of this was going to go down. I tried to save this lady. I really tried to. But there's not much you can do once a person is on. There's not much you can do. I really tried. Like I said, I know I was wrong. They told me I should have called the police. I know I was wrong. I should have called the police. But in the day, I was threatened for my life. I ain't want to make no wrong step at all. I really tried.
So walk us through what happened then.
Well, okay, well, it happened that night?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that night, I linked up with AJ, which was my co-defendant. I linked up with him. We was at his house, we were just chilling, having a good time. He was asking me did I want to have a beer? I was like, no, I'm good, bro. I don't really do no drinking. So he was doing his little drinking. We was just talking and playing a game, catching up. So he was like, well, you hungry? I was like, yeah, I am kind of hungry. He was like, you want to go to Wawa's, get something to eat? I said, yeah, that's fine. We can go to Wawa's. So as we was on our way out to Wawa's, and when we was walking to Wawa's, he was telling me about some situation he had going on, like with some dude some close dude that used to be close to the family. I guess he used to live with them or whatever. And he was supposed to be getting him some type of gun or something like that. And he said, but the dude snaked him by stealing from him, and he did some numerous stuff to him. And I was like, well, bro, like, ain't y'all family? What's the case going on? And he was just talking crazy, and I was like, bro, I wasn't even trying to hear it, so I just stopped talking. So as we walking, I just felt a little weird when him talking to me like about what went on with this dude. But he was saying, the things he gonna do to the dude. I would think to myself like, you know what I mean, he crazy, he really tripping. But I'm thinking because he just drunk, but I don't know what's going on with that. So we get to Wawa's. When we got to Wawa's, he stopped, and I guess he seen a couple of his friends walking. When we stopped, he was talking to his friends. They walked up, he was talking to his friends. They looked at me like, I thought they were going to do something to me. Being the fact, I thought the whole time because we went to Wawa, I thought he was trying to set me up. Because being the fact, the way he looked at me and the way they all looked at me. So, I'm just watching my back, like, being the fact I already know he had a gun on him. I was just looking like, I don't want no parts, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to step away a little bit. So the whole time, they were plotting on something else. And I wasn't really trying to be in their business because, I'm not trying to be part of none of that. So I step away a little bit. So they walk off. They told me be safe. They walk off and go in the store. We standing there. I'm like, all right, bro, we gonna go in and get this food right now? Cause it's late and I'm ready to go back in the house and just relax, He's like, yeah, we gotta go in there and get the food in a minute. We're gonna get it in a minute. I said, okay, that's cool. I'm like, but we don't need to be just standing on the side of Wawa's looking crazy because the police can pull up and think we up to no good. And he was like, well, I know, bro. Yeah, just give me a few minutes. I said, all right, that's fine. So we standing there and we just talking and I'm like, I'm just wondering why we ain't going to Wawa's yet. He just looking around like he had something in his eye. And I just like, bro, you looking a little bit too suspicious for me, bro. Like, I'm just gonna ride off. So I had a bike and I rode off on the bike. And I just left him standing there. I rode the bike on the other side of Wawa's. He started to follow behind me. It kind of looked suspicious. It looked weird. I ain't gonna lie. It looked weird, but I wasn't really trying to think nothing of it because being the fact that I know him, it ain't like he just a random guy that I just hang with for that day. I've been knowing him for a long time. So I wasn't thinking nothing bad of him, going on that day at all. I wasn't really thinking nothing was gonna go on. So as I go on the other side of Wawa's, this lady, it's a lady that worked there. She had on a uniform and everything. She was walking back to her car. When I said, how you doing? She said, how you doing? I was like, me and her, we always talk every time I go in that Wawa's. That's a real nice lady. Like, honestly, that's a real nice lady. She is putting the time. This lady looked out for me when I ain't had money. When I went in there, and I asked for a little block of mile. She'll sneak me a block of mile because that's just how kind this lady is. She's a real nice lady. And I always had respect for her, no matter what. So I was about to go into the Wawa. I was about to pick the bike up to go into the Wawas. I turned around. I was talking to one. It was like a little homeless guy sitting on the ground. I was talking to him, and he was just pointing. And I'm like, what you pointing at? I turned around, and he was pointing at AJ. He had the lady sitting in the car at arm. Like he was really trying to rob the lady. And then when I seen that, I immediately, my heart immediately started beeping. I was like, bro, what are you doing right now? Like, what are you doing? And he wasn't trying to hear nothing I was saying. It's like he won't hear my voice at all. I'm like, bro, what are you doing, bro? That lady, that's a nice lady right there, bro. Like, I know this lady. This lady ain't did nothing to harm nobody. This lady, she just let her go home to her family, bro. I'm not quite sure she's just getting off of work, bro. Leave her alone, bro. And I'm like, bro, please do not hurt this lady. I begged him completely, begged him not to hurt this lady. Being the fact is, I could have just rolled off. Like, they was right, I could have rolled off and went to go call the police. But being the fact is, either way, if I would have called the police or not, this lady still would end up getting hurt. And being the fact, seeing that lady get hurt, it hurt me to death. It hurt me. It made me want to sit there and cry right there for her. Because I know this lady ain't did nothing but just come home from work. You know what I mean? She just left work and she wanted to go home. That's all I know about this lady. And I know she wasn't trying to harm nobody.
So he's got her at gunpoint, right?
He had her at gunpoint.
At what point does he fire?
He fired, like, when she was telling him she didn't have anything and she ain't had nothing to give him. Like, she just kept repeatedly saying she ain't had nothing to give him. And she was just telling him, look, sir, I work here. I don't have nothing to give you. I really don't have anything. And then she reached in her pocket and gave him something. I don't know exactly what it was because I wasn't really close at that point. But when I got close, and I was like, bro, I was just really trying to talk to him, but being the fact that I know him and she don't. So he really wasn't trying to pay attention to neither one of us. When she was crying, begging for her life, and I was telling him, I'm like, bro, don't do this. Don't throw your life away for something small. You robbing this lady for no reason. Don't throw your life away. So I'm trying to give him some type of knowledge. I'm just telling you, bro, you don't want to do this, bro. And he just wasn't trying to listen to me because he was just so intoxicated. He's like, he wasn't paying me no attention. So as I'm sitting here talking to him and she begging, he just started firing off. And from there, I knew it was too late. I knew it was too late. I knew it was nothing else I could do but leave. And I was just so in shock. I didn't know what else to do. Being the fact I never seen nobody get shot in front of me before. And being the fact I knew this lady, I knew it was nothing else I could do for this lady. I really tried to beg her, like I tried to beg him, like she was looking in my eyes, basically wanted me to help her so bad, but there's nothing much you can do when somebody have a gun in their hand that's fully loaded, and the minute you jump, then that's your life.
Well, who's AJ? You're referring to AJ. Who is specifically AJ?
AJ, that's Andre.
Andre?
Andre Green.
Andre Green?
Brinkley.
Andre Brinkley.
Yes,
Okay, so
Andre
AJ
Brinkley.
is who?
AJ is the one that had the gun.
Okay, and AJ is a nickname for...
That's his nickname, yeah.
Okay.
That's for Andre, yeah. That's what his.
I don't want you to mix up anybody.
Oh, no,
You're
no.
saying that AJ killed this woman, who is...
Oh, yeah, that's his.
Tell me
That's
who
his.
AJ's name is.
His name Andre Brinkley.
Andre Brinkley?
Yeah.
So you're telling me that Andre Brinkley shot this woman right in front of you?
Yes, sir. But that's his family nickname, AJ. We call him AJ.
What do you just make of the fact that this woman died? What do you make of the fact that this woman died? How do you feel about it all?
I feel bad about it because knowing that I didn't even know she died until I seen my mom. Like I said, my mom was a supervisor at Wawa's herself, but not that Wawa's. And she was just reading down this little news thing, and I was reading it. I seen the whole thing go on, and I was like, man, this story look familiar. And then once I started reading it more, I was like, Mom, this just like I was telling her like what went on what just went on with that situation when I had got home that night, and I felt bad. Like I cried for that. I cried that night. I cried that night because being the fact that I know that I really sat here and begged him and tried to get him not to shoot this innocent woman, and then she ended up losing her life for no reason. It hurt me. Because being the fact seeing somebody lose their life for no reason, that hurt me really bad inside, and it's killing me inside still. Being the fact that I know this lady just lost her life for no reason.
So you went home. Why didn't you call police at that point?
When I went home, I actually did call the police, but they was like, where am I? And I said, I'm at home. And they said, well, like, you left the scene? I said, yes, sir, I left the scene. When I called them, that's when they reported the Wawas. They reported the Wawas. I gave them my information. I told them, look, I said, look, I don't want to be part of anything. And I don't want nobody knowing. I don't want nobody knowing it. Because being the fact, he already told me if I would have told anybody, he's gonna kill me. He told me if I tell anybody, he's gonna kill me. And I told him, I begged him. I said, look, I don't need nobody knowing that I told y'all anything. I don't want nobody knowing, not even his family. I ain't want nobody knowing that I told him anything.
What's your reaction when I tell you he said he doesn't even know who you are?
Oh, he knows who I am. He knows who I am. 100%, he knows who I am. I know him and his family.
Were you with him when he was arrested?
No,
No?
no. His mom, I heard his mom, she had said that they had arrested him because he went back out and went to 7-Eleven. They said they arrested him from 7-Eleven because he tried to do something at 7-Eleven. That's the most I know about that story. But
Did you turn yourself in? Did you turn yourself in?
No, sir.
You got picked up?
Yes, sir.
After the phone call or?
I got picked up the next, like, today. I got picked up, yesterday. It was yesterday? Yeah. Got picked up yesterday evening.
Were you just at home though? Or?
Yeah, I was at home. I was standing in front of the house with my big mother and my daughter.
And just to be clear, so outside of the car, when the attempted robberies happened, was it just you and AJ, or was there anybody else?
No, it was just him.
There
It
were
was
any
just-
other friends of his though, or it was just you two?
No, they had went in the store, and I don't know where they went from there, but I ain't seen them after that.
So he went in the store and robbed him, came back out,
No, his friends went in the store,
and
and
robbed the
then
store.
no, I don't know I don't know about that.
All right.
But all I know is he had that lady at gunpoint. I seen the whole thing,
So
and
he had a woman at gunpoint. You walked up, and what did you do?
when he had her at gunpoint, I wasn't trying to really put my hands on him at all. I wasn't trying to, push him or anything like that because if he would have backfired, he would have shot both of us. So I wasn't trying to really put my hands on him. But I was sitting there trying to really talk to him like I was a big brother. I really trying to talk to him and try to give him some knowledge because then the fact is I don't want to see him go down like that. I didn't want to see him go down for killing somebody innocent just for a couple of dollars. And it been the fact that he really didn't need to do anything like that. He come from a good home. You feel me? Like, he ain't really had to do anything like that. I really tried to stop him. And I sat here and I said, man, look at it, like, look what you doing. Just look what you doing. You have this lady at gunpoint. She ain't did nothing. This lady just leave him work and just get in her car and go home.
And you knew the lady.
Yeah, I knew the lady. Like, I knew her as in, like, basically coming in the store all the time, and we always speak, and then it was times I ain't have enough money. She'd let me go out with a couple of things that but she let me just go out with a couple of things for free.
Now, what do you say? What do you have to say to the family of this woman? I mean, this is.
I really want to apologize to her family. Like, I really do want to apologize to her family. To all y'all out there, I really apologize that this had to happen because I really tried. Honestly, I really tried, but there's not much I could have did. There was not much I could have did. But I really apologize for y'all.
Did you give police the same story you gave us?
Yes.
So how is it why would they have gone ahead and charged you?
I don't.
Did they say why they were charging you?
Honestly, that's really what I'm curious about. I want to know why am I getting charged about this if they asked me to tell them what happened that night and to tell them the whole truth, and I told them exactly what they need to know. I told them the same exact thing I'm telling y'all, and they still charging me. That's why I really want to know what's going on with that. I really want to know what's going on with that. Why am I still being charged if y'all asked me to tell what this guy has did, and I told you what this guy did, even though I'm not even the type of person that sit here and go around and say, oh, he did this and that. I told them everything they need to know. I told them everything they need to know.
Did you have a gun then?
No, I don't own a gun.
What would you say to people who see this, that maybe this is an effort by you to put the blame on somebody else, and you're really involved in what happened? What would your response be to that?
But being the fact that I'm not involved, or
Well, I
that,
guess, what do you want people to know at home or who are following this case that you're telling the truth?
I want them to know that everything I'm telling these guys right now is the honest truth and nothing but the truth. I don't do things like this. I don't really put myself in situations like this. If I knew that this was going to happen like this, if I knew this situation was going to occur, I would have never came outside and I would have never linked up with AJ that day. I would have never linked up with him at all if I would have knew this was going to go on, because that's not the type of crowd I like to be in. That's not the situation I want to put myself in. This is a hard situation for me right now that I have to deal with. And for me, for somebody that's not used to this type of lifestyle, it's really hard for me right now, and I'm going through it. I don't know what else to do. My mind is spinning. I don't know what to do, because being the fact that I know I'm innocent, I know I had nothing to do with this situation, and being the fact I try to help an innocent lady that still got her life taken for no reason, it's killing me inside that I had to see that happen.
How many times was she shot?
I just heard 2 shots. I just heard 2 shots, and it wasn't no far range shots. It was close shots. So I know it was over with. I know it was over with. And I just want y'all to know that I'm sorry. I just want the family to know that I'm sorry that had to happen, because I would feel the same way they feeling right now there if it was one of my family members. I feel the same way. When you know it's too late and there's nothing else you can do about it, that's the worst pain. And then being the fact that you weren't aware that any of this was going to happen. I wasn't aware none of this was going to happen at all. I didn't have a warning sign or nothing. He didn't tell me anything. He just kicked it to me like we was going to have a good time. Everything going to be okay. You know what I mean? It won't be no criminal violence, none of that. It won't be none of that. It was just supposed to be just me and him hanging out, getting back cool, because me and him, we used to hang out when we was younger, but we ain't hung out in years. So it's like we doing some catching up. So I'm thinking it's going to be just some catching up. We just go get some food, chill, and play the game, and go home, you know what I mean, relax. I ain't know it was going to be none of this, he going around, you know what I mean, trying to rob people and shooting innocent women. I didn't know it was going to be this. I didn't know it was going to be this. If I knew it was going to be this, like I said, I would have never even stepped out the house and hung with him that day at all. At all. Like, I'm extremely sorry this had to happen, but I really tried. And I just wish somebody can hear me out right now and understand everything I'm saying. I really tried, and I'm sorry.
Do you feel that you deserve to be charged with anything?
Honestly, no. I don't deserve to be charged with all this, because at the end of the day, yeah, I was wrong about not calling the police right away. I was wrong. But once your life getting threatened, you don't know what to do. It's people that sit here, it's people like that out here each and every day. They'll get threatened, and then the minute they go back and tell, or whatever the case may be, their life is gone in that same day. And y'all can witness that. There's people out here that go out here and call the police and say who did this and that. And it might not have been that person that killed him, but it might have been somebody that he knew to come back and kill me. So you gotta understand where I'm coming from with that part. I didn't want my life getting taken over, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I mean, it wouldn't matter if my life getting taken, because at the end of the day, that lady was innocent. Even though me and her wasn't really family or blood, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't even, like, to the point, I was just in shock. But I mean, I wouldn't mind had taken a bullet for that lady, honestly. I wouldn't mind had taken a bullet for that woman. Because I know she was innocent. I know she ain't had nothing to do. She ain't had nothing to do anything.
So you regret not doing it?
Yeah.
Because you could have, I guess, right?
I regret it. But like I said, I would have took a bullet for that lady, even though we not family or close. But I would have took a bullet for that lady for her, just so she could still be here today. And I felt like if I would have aggressively, really did something about it, she'd still be here. And that's what really eating me up the most, because I know she'd still be here if I had put a little bit more oomph into it. Even though I did try my best. I did try my best. And that's the honest truth. I did. And I wasn't aware any of this was going to happen at all. When it comes to this situation, I realize I'm innocent in this situation. I really tried my best. And I don't know what else to do, because I've never been in a situation like this before. So this is something new to me. So I don't really know when it comes to a case like this. I don't know what to do. I wouldn't know what to do. Being the fact, seeing somebody get robbed and shot in front of me, I don't know what to do with that.
Are you worried at all about your safety in here?
I don't know what, I really honestly don't know what's gonna go on with me in here.
Have you ever been arrested before? Have you ever been arrested before?
Yes, sir.
And have you served time in prison?
No.
What did you do what did you do before?
No, I was just did a little jail time.
For
Like
what?
for little trespassing charges, little small charges. It wasn't nothing like this, cause I just not the type of lifestyle I live.